Most of you who follow me know that when I retired, I fulfilled one of my lifelong bucket list items and bought a Corvette that I used to tool around the chain of lakes I live near. I did a project here about a month ago, and somebody made a comment about me showing everybody the Corvette collection of die-cast that I have and over the past 6 years. So I was bored on a Sunday, and I decided to put together this little video, so stick around if you're of any interest at all. So I bought this one right off the peg. I saw it and it was such a beautiful recreation. I did take it apart, and the only thing I did was put a more appropriate set of wheels on it. And I'll never touch this casting beyond that. I think it's just a really pretty example of where the whole thing started. I had a friend of mine, and he gave me this casting, and it's from a company called High Speed in Hong Kong. And it is one of my all-time favorite Corvette castings because the work they did on it is just gorgeous. And for this year, this model of Corvette, I think this is a perfect color scheme. And you may remember about a month ago, I did this Matchbox 1962 Corvette. And it's pretty rough casting. I wound up giving this one away, and that's fine. I give some stuff away now and again. And about a few weeks later, I guess, I did this casting a second time because I bought two of them at the same time. And I created this black and white version, something similar to a picture I saw on the internet. And that's sitting on my shelf right now. A long time ago, this is actually a Tootsie toy. And it was missing stuff, and it was broken, and it was just in a really rough shape. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. And so when I got into 3D printing, I looked at it in a whole different light and thought it would make a really neat little diorama. And I started making dioramas on old DVDs and old CDs and stuff, and that's what this is. And then back when I was a little kid, this is what a lot of our toy cars were. This is a Midget toy, and that's a Chicago company. They used to make war products in World War II, and then when the war ended, these two guys opened this shop, stamping out various things, and they started a line of toys. I think this is where the Stingray was really where the Corvette made its big mark. And this, of course, was a M2 machine that I did in a cooperative build. And I wasn't totally happy with it, but I kept it nonetheless. And this was another cooperative build that I did. Of course, this is the Grand Sport Corvette 1963 model. I was really happy with how this one turned out, even with the goofy-looking driver. First Corvette I ever actually rode in, this one right here, belonged to my friend Randy Radke. So when I started in the hobby and I got one of these castings, I thought I'd recreate Randy's little Corvette. And this next casting is actually the same exact casting, except it has a plastic base. And I'm working on this one right now. So it's a part, and it's not black and white any longer. And so you can expect a project on this car, probably in the next month, I'd say. And then, of course, you know me, I like to redline things. And I'll be honest with you, if I was Hot Wheels, I would have made a redline out of the Stingray before I ever did out of the Corvette that they eventually did use for their Sweet 16s. But this one is a beautiful little toy, sits on my shelf. This is a Jada product, and I actually bought it on the peg, and it's amazing. It's a little bigger than a 1/64th casting, but the detail work that these guys do at Jada is really something. I'll probably never take it apart. I like it just as it is. This one I picked up in a lot of castings I got off the internet, and it's in really good, pretty good shape. I wouldn't mind doing a project with it. if you own one of these, shoot me a picture of yours. I'll try to recreate it with this casting. Who knows? Maybe I'll even send it to you when I'm done. I actually have another one of those castings, and this is it here. And this one's a beautiful metal flake black, and I'll probably keep that just as it is. Now this one I actually did a really long time ago, and I gave it away to one of my subscribers in California. It's a Matchbox, the Grand Sport version. It's got to be either a 64, 65, 66, or 67. This is probably actually my least favorite Corvette. I don't know why. This is a Flying Colors Hot Wheels. I put a set of green light Corvette wheels on it with the red sidewalls. It's a nice looking little project, and it just sits on the shelf today. This was a Gas Monkey Garage 3-blind mice build that I did, and I don't know, I was being ornery. So that engine in the front is out of a Ford Mustang from an M2 machine. And of course, the Sweet 16, done in rose. It was really in pretty good shape. There was a little bit of a problem with one corner of the hood, but beyond that, it was actually pretty good shape for a 60-year-old toy. And this, of course, is a Johnny Lightning. Johnny Lightning makes great castings, and this is no different. The detail on it is amazing. I'll probably just leave it exactly like it is, and it'll sit on the shelf. And, what collection would be complete if I didn't have at least one pace car, huh? This is a 1978 Corvette official pace car, Indy 500. Now, this one was just a project I did really, almost for the hell of it. But I really like the casting. It's a really good casting, and I got a few of these, and I'll be talking about that in just a moment here. But, it's one of those, I call it a TV dinner job. So this one, they listed it as a 1984 Corvette, which I know isn't right because they didn't make any Corvettes in 1984, or so few. And I polished it and redlined it. The roof on it was kind of messed up. It still is. Not sure if there's anything I can do about that, but the rest of it I thought turned out pretty good. So these next two castings, these are both 87, Corvette convertibles, and I'll extend the same offer. If you own a Corvette convertible like this and you want me to recreate your car, shoot me a picture at timerider2000@gmail.com, and I'll make it if I like it, and I'll even give it to you when I'm done. The only actual 2003 that I ever found was this, and this was a McDonald's giveaway. And I was going to paint it black, and then I got to thinking about it and thought, I don't know, maybe it's worth more as a McDonald's giveaway, so I never really did anything with it, and maybe someday I will, maybe I won't. I don't know, we'll see. This one I did a really long time ago. It was a polish and paint. I often joke that Corvettes are supposed to be red or black. That's it. But anyway, this one turned out really well. I was really happy with it. It's actually a C6, which is 2006, of course. And this is the exact same casting, and I was trying to recreate my own car, even though my car's a C5. 2003. This is a 2006. So it was close enough, but I wasn't happy with it, and I'm still not happy with it. Maybe someday I'll take it apart and do it over. I don't have many of the newer, Corvette castings. This one is the Matchbox Stingray 3, Corvette 3, which is a concept car. It's a really good casting, too. Highly detailed, working suspension. It sits on a shelf in my office. And now this one, this is a Greenwood Corvette, which is the only thing Corvette about it is how it looks, because the whole thing was built on a tube frame, and but it's a neat looking casting. It reminds me of the one from that movie that George did in The Three Blind Mice. I can't remember the name of the movie. Sorry. And then this, I just thought it was a neat looking casting. I guess I don't really care for the plastic that they use, but maybe someday I can do a gas line with it or something. I don't have to cut the top off. And this is a Play Art Mako Shark. It's in really good shape. I got it with a lot of castings that I bought. And these next two, same thing. They were in a group of castings. This is, of course, a Johnny Lightning Mako Shark with, the next generation of Mako Shark. And then again, this is another Johnny Lightning, but this is that concept, Stingray 3 concept car. So I don't care for the roof either. It looks kind of hinky. So this was a recent edition I just bought, and I haven't done the project, obviously. The back bumper's broken. You can see it there, and so I'm going to have to, 3D print one or something. I'll figure it out when I finally get around to doing it. But it's a nice casting with opening headlights. I had a subscriber send me a bunch of stuff, and included in it was this Kinsmart 2021 Corvette police car. And for a while I was thinking about turning it into just Corvette, but then I thought, what? I got a little police car collection too, so. And then this, believe it or not, is a Hot Wheels. I just bought it. It's in incredibly rough shape. Maybe one day I'll take it apart. It's really complicated, though, I can tell you that. All right, guys, that's my Corvette collection. I do still have a few castings, too, beyond those that are not very good. They're usually cheap manufacturers. But anyway, there's my Corvette collection and a bored Sunday afternoon. Take care.